Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to candle review number 2 of the day. If you missed it a little bit earlier, I uploaded my formal review of Kringle Vintage Pomander. If you are new here, that is actually a candle that I created in collaboration with Kringle. It was kind of a long project in the making and it finally came out couple weeks ago and it sold out very quickly. It will be back in stock, and also Mick did say that Kringle would be keeping it in the holiday lineup going forward. So if you missed out on Vintage Pomander for this holiday season, please know that it will be back next year. But anyway, that review will be linked in the description box down below. In this video, we are talking about one of the last Kringle country candles that I had left to review. This one took me a while to get around to because honestly, when I first smelled it on cold sniff, I didn't really necessarily love it. I am enjoying it a lot more now that I am kind of really starting to get into it. I've been burning this one for a few days now, and I actually really like what I'm smelling here. Although I will say, hollyberries, as a florist, hollyberries do not have a scent. So I was kind of curious, like, how the name of this would kind of tie in with the fragrance notes. I find the notes on this one very interesting for a holiday scent. So, yeah, anyway, I will go ahead and link to Kringle Candle in the description box down below. If you're interested in picking up anything from them, you can use my discount code MELANIE15. That'll save you 15%. That is an ambassador discount code, so obviously don't use that if you're not comfortable with it. But right now, this particular candle is sold out in the large jar, which is what I'm burning here. It is still available in the medium as well as the daylight and the wax melts. So if you do happen to want to try this one, it's getting kind of, looks to be a little bit limited here. I'm not surprised. Kringle has had a lot of both medium and large jar sales recently, so I think a lot of people partook in those. So we are seeing a lot of these holiday scents starting to kind of dwindle down. So I would say if you want to stock up for next year, things are starting to go away. So check their sales out right now. All right, Hollyberry. A medley of juicy red forest berries is wrapped with beautiful cedar and glowing amber for warmth. This is actually, I think, one of like the least complicated or maybe simplest scent description that I've seen from Kringle in a while. The top notes here are wild raspberries, green leaves, and strawberry swirl. The mid notes are fresh pine and forest berries. The base is cedar, glowing amber, and musk. Okay, so what really kind of threw me off about this one is the top notes. The raspberry, the green leaves, and the strawberry swirl, like I would just never really associate those with a holiday fragrance. Here in obviously the Northern Hemisphere, which I feel like where a lot of you who watch my videos live as well, for us, the winter months really aren't necessarily filled with a lot of, you know, wild raspberries or fresh strawberries. And depending on which part of the country we live in, we might not have a whole lot of green leaves to be looking at right now. So those notes really kind of threw me off at first, but I gotta say, they do kind of work in here. I think it's very interesting to pair those, what in my mind are summer fruit notes, with a pine, but it kind of works here in a very interesting way. You absolutely smell like a fresh kind of raspberry strawberry combination here. And you get also that sort of green note that's implied with the green leaves here. There is this freshness. I would say it almost kind of smells like maybe strawberry leaves even. Just quite almost springy and fresh in a way. And then you've got those tart but sweet berry notes from the raspberry and the strawberry. Forest berries, I don't know if forest berries are a thing. I've certainly never collected them. I've never smelled forest berries, so I'm just gonna like ignore that. But in terms of that fresh pine, there is a really lovely, really fresh, not earthy pine, but like you just cut down a pine tree. You also get a little bit of almost like that sap, like the sweetness from the sap with that pine. Cedar, I get a touch of cedar as well, but I think actually it's the pine that's a little bit more prominent here. The amber is nice. The amber sort of brings the warmth to this fragrance. It is the type of amber that I really like a lot in personal fragrance. It's just warm, kind of cozy and inviting. The musk note here, I feel like it's not implied like that the musk is like it's gonna bring muskiness to the scent. I think the musk here is another one of those situations where it just supports some of the other fragrances. You don't smell musk here. At least that's not what I pick up to my nose. This actually smells quite fresh. It smells quite vibrant. Definitely a little fruity berry-ish, I guess you could say. It's interesting. I like it. I don't love it. It's not the type of scent that I go gaga over, but it has been really interesting to burn this alongside some of my other holiday fragrances, even fragrances from different brands, like from Nest or Voluspa, or even Bath & Body Works. Here's one where I liked this Hollyberry burning alongside Bath & Body Works Vanilla Balsam. If you have both, you should try pairing them together. For some reason, that particular combination really spoke to my nose and I really liked it a lot. So if you're looking for some ideas on what to pair this with, I had good luck with it with the Vanilla Balsam. I really enjoyed it alongside the Voluspa Noble Fir Garland, if you happen to have that. It smelled really good next to my Nest Holiday Candle. So that's another great one to pair with this. It's nice on its own. I mean, I don't think you have to pair it with something else, but if you typically burn a couple of candles at a time, those might be some good combinations for you. In terms of strength and throw, now this one is definitely a little bit lighter when it comes to the Country Candle scents. I do think that Country Candle can still use a little bit of revision. They did just within the last, I think it's been a year now, transition the Country Candle from paraffin into the soy formulation. Now, typically because they add color to the soy wax with the Country Candle line, that's obviously what sets it apart from the other Kringle candles. I think that can kind of maybe mess with the burn a little bit. I haven't noticed anything in the way of like sooting necessarily or a bunch of discoloration, but I do think the strength and throw could be a little bit better on these. The strength and throw of this one, I'm gonna put at just a 6. Nothing, it's not even a 6.5. It's a nice, just regular medium performance, not a medium strong performance. And I do think that, I don't know, for me, I feel like these Country Candle jars can maybe inhibit that strength and throw a little bit. We obviously have a smaller opening than, you know, what is the actual width of the jar. I feel like if this part wasn't here and this was just a little bit more open, I think that that might actually help to increase the strength and throw. But the reason that Kringle is keeping these Country Candle jars is because this is a little bit of an homage to back in the Yankee Candle days. Obviously, Mick's dad started Yankee Candle back in the day. That was, you know, where he really got his start at. And I really like that Country Candle is an homage to that Yankee past. But I also just, with my personal preferences, I just don't love this particular style of jar anymore. I think there are better jars out there that can help with the strength and throw. Even if maybe they didn't even change the formulation, I think having just a larger opening might help with the strength and the throw. But also with these country candles, there have also been some wicks that have been a little bit more funky than other wicks. So it's just, and this is something that I discovered when, you know, with my candle collab, like you really have to try a few different wicks before you find one that is the best fit for the formulation of the wax in combination with the fragrance oils as well. So, you know, it's definitely something that you kind of have to go back and forth on. I think Kringle definitely tries their best, but, you know, with incorporating the color, and, you know, needing to use different wicks for different formulations, I just think that they're still kind of trying to like perfect that particular line. I'll be curious to see if Country Candle sticks around long term. I don't have any knowledge of it going away. That's not what I'm implying here. But I just wonder, like, as Kringle continues to evolve, you know, what the Country Candle line will look like in the future. I know there's a lot of exciting changes coming up for just the regular Kringle soy lineup. And I'll be curious to see how that goes with the Country Candle line as well. So anyway, this one for me still gets a thumbs up. It's not going to be a 2 thumbs up because it's not the type of scent that I personally really, you know, love and clamor after. But I think it's an interesting take on using some more like almost summer-like fragrances and combining them with the winter notes and coming up with something actually really quite interesting. So if you're just kind of curious about the scent, definitely check out the Daylights or the Wax Melts. It's definitely one that I think I would love to hear other people's take on. So if you happen to pick this one up, let me know your thoughts down below. It's always helpful, I think, to have, you know, like multiple points of views when it comes to these different candles. So definitely leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and that way, you know, other people watching this video can hopefully get some good feedback from you as well. So for me, it won't be a repurchase. I wouldn't be sad if the fragrance goes away next year and they, you know, put something else in its place. But I think it's an interesting take on a unique holiday fragrance for sure. So anyway, if this video is helpful, definitely give it a thumbs up. Check out the description box on where to purchase Kringle Candle as well as a discount code. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.